I don't really have music for this part. The video, they will have to suffer for my voice. Oh, it's like that first map was Orca. How the hell do I display it in front of the other stuff? Why is it behind? Orca had a good attempt, but somehow didn't take me that long. I remember I was running in the circles a few times, but the way was not that hard to find. I still skipped some rooms. Looks like he set up a trap for me with a fake beginning of the level, but I didn't find it. So yeah, I would say Orca was a good attempt, but yeah, I was rather fast with it, and the steps I took was also not so much. The second map was Triss. Yeah, this one had a lot of dead ends, but I didn't run so much into them, I think. At least I remember that if I run into one and I backtrack, it was rather easy to stay on the right path, but it felt more like a maze, that for sure that I remember. And I think his choice of the walls was better fitting, somehow felt a bit more claustrophobic or something. Third map was by Jammer. Just gonna move those on the sides. Well, he for sure tried to do the most of the floor volume of the walking area, but because of the staying to one side, I rather cracked it rather fast. But how long it took me? That's number slightly longer than the first two maps, but not even that long. I have a feeling that for this map you really need to stick to the system and go all the time into the same direction, or you're gonna be fucked. I don't think I would have made it just on the feeling. And I remember the turning around was annoying there. Like I had to go turn left, right to take a look if there is a corridor or not, which kind of slowed me down, so I guess I should cut out some points from the time. Next one was Shodan. It's this one. So if I disqualify Nyx already for his bullshit on his map, this is the one that took me the longest time, mostly because of the first part. I kept avoiding the right path. I lost the most time on that one. The second part was also a bit time taking, and I was trying to do it with a brute force rather than having some system to it. And the third part of the map I just went briefly through. So the third part, 1/3 of the map is kinda weak compared to the other two. This map took the longest, but it didn't take the biggest amount of steps. And it's also rather pinkish at places. Like here it's very... okay. I'm not recording the arrow. Okay, I found the cursor. I'm not gonna record again, just pretend that you understood where I'm pointing at. So anyways, in this part I visited the most times. Oh, this is fairly pink, this is fairly pink, this is not pink at all. Now that was map 4, now map 5. Thomas, this one. I think this one had the best idea of how to confuse well with having different paths circling around each other, and the bigger corridors made me run more. That's why this map has the biggest number of steps. It had a mean, I think it was this part, this or somewhere else, and here where it hit the path behind some dead angles. That was also a good idea. I think the highlights of when I was going back and forth could be from the enemies. Like if you try to shoot the enemy going back and forth, it's also gonna highlight, so it's not like I was running that much in here. But because of the bigger corridors, I also didn't run every time on exactly same path, so it probably should have been way more pink than it looks. What was the time on this one? 20 minutes? I think that's the second place then. If I see right, yeah, should be second place time-wise. Okay, next map is Geralt. That's this one. That one felt the most maze-like, and that was the only one that used the ghosts, which I think was a nice touch, because if I wanted to go with the algorithm to all the time turn left or right, sticking to one side, the ghosts were breaking that because I didn't want to run in them and I had to change the path, and that was throwing me off. I don't think he intended it that way, but it was a very nice way to throw me off, but it took me relatively quick to beat. Yeah, it didn't take me that long. That was the one where the exit was in middle, right? I think that was a little bit too predictable. Maybe the exit should have been in some random spot. The next one, Mr. Wolf. It's this one. It kind of looks like I drew a cat here with ears. I think he was trying to go with idea from like movie The Cube with repetitive doors, but didn't take me that long and I didn't feel so confused in it. If I remember right, I didn't need the both keys to beat it. Like, there was a potential in this map, but I think it was a little bit too simplistic. But I understand where he was going with this one. After Mr. Wolf we have Serpents. So with the Serpents map I got really lucky and I pretty much ran straight to the exit because I saw the key where it was and I think I didn't even need the second key. What he tried to do here is he mirrored the map and I think it's a little bit unfair that I beat it so fast, but that's also some result that I found a way this fast. I'm gonna play it in a moment again. I absolutely don't remember where I was going last time, so I think I will be quite lost, hopefully. What I think is that because it's mirrored, it's not gonna be as confusing as copying, pasting the parts of the level or rotating them. Like, I think the mirrored room's gonna be a bit more obvious to feel which one is which, but we'll see. Ninth map, right? I think ninth, was by Nexion, which was kicked out of the contest because of the shenanigans he used. I asked to not use hollow walls and he used hollow walls everywhere. Interesting idea about this one was the wall choice vomit, which was absolutely confusing to look at, and using the side of the doors as the wall texture was quite confusing. So visually, it was confusing, it took me the longest, and I had the most steps in this one. So it would have won, but if someone didn't stick to the rules. Now that I think of it, I'm not sure which map had the most annoying music, because I think that's also adding up to the confusion. Well, the map had some fun ideas, but no. No. And the last map was the late entry by Tommy. I feel like this one I was the most lost in. Like, I really couldn't remember the ways I was taking. You can see I was running quite in circles here a few times. And I think it was another of the maps where there was only one key, if I remember. I think this could have been way harder if the key placement was different, but because of the color of the walls and the design of the paths, that one was also quite confusing. It didn't take me as long as the others, and I think I was also walking a bit slower in it, maybe a bit more careful because of the corridors, but this one was also quite a good entry to being lost. Okay, so if it comes to the time, the showdown wins, and if it comes to the steps, it's Thomas map that's winning. Those are gonna be the two maps. I guess it's gonna be between those two. I don't know how to use math with the paths. I was going in circles, and if I would choose a third place, who would be a third? I would say probably Tommy. Tommy would have had a third place. Well, what spins against Showdown map is that it's split in 3 parts, so after you beat one part, you don't really have to go back through it, and that's taking out of the maze part of the confusion, so you do it bit by bit. You don't have like a whole maze like Thomas, that you can get lost in it all the time. I remember that Thomas map had some enemies that wasted a little bit of my time, so that's a little bit of a cheap trick to waste the time. In Thomas map I was running with double the speed. Maybe if I slowed down and tried to do it a bit more methodically, I probably would have beaten it faster, but then again, because of the bigger corridors, it encourages you to run, which makes you lost. At least I feel like that. So all in all, I think Thomas map was better as a maze, but I still wasted more time on the showdown. Okay, I guess that the point of this whole thing was to confuse me, and it would be fair to judge it by which one took me the most time. So even though I think that the Thomas map is better generally as a maze, and I rather wanted to have something like that to get me confused, I guess Shodan still wins just because of how much time I wasted on it and how much I was running in the circles there. Mostly because of the time. Alright, that's done. So as promised, now I'm gonna give a Serpent's map a try. While getting drunk on my no awesome helmet. And try to beat the map before I get a headache from all the weight on it. By the way, the whole mod plus one map that I did, that's what I think is the most mazy maze in my opinion. You can go and download it on ModDB. I will also post the link in the description. Personally, I hate my map. I made it and I still was lost in it. If someone would play it and give me a feedback, I would absolutely love that. Okay, the fuck was his map again? Taking whiskey was a terrible idea. So I went for something sweet. I'm mixing... Oh fuck. Okay, I don't wanna go there. I'm mixing some cheap rum with cola. With what is it? Jack Daniels and the ginger? Ginger something? That's a terrible idea. What's with so many enemies? I forgot to use speakers. I still hear the music. I hope that the microphone is not putting it out, but... Wouldn't be the first time that I fuck up the sound, wouldn't it? Because I knew there was gonna be heard this thing. What I really appreciated is that everyone was giving me the map. No, exactly, I always play on easy. I bet you were hoping I'm gonna run in circles here a few times, right? I'm just gonna do it to give you a nice little ping on the map. So everyone knew that I'm always playing on easy and I didn't put more enemies on the harder difficulties, at least I didn't notice. And that everyone was leaving plenty of health and ammo around. Not there were so many enemies, but still plenty of health to go by. I wonder if I should save, though I don't feel like I achieved anything. I feel like I'm only making it worse. I guess this definitely would have... It is the map with most enemies. Oh my god. Okay, I hope that was it. I'm gonna get a headache from this thing soon. Oh. In case of the time, I would have then definitely taken some minutes off for fighting the enemies. Because clearing the corridors takes me quite some time here. I think last time it was the blue key, the silver key that I found all I needed. I think I didn't even see the gold one. Okay, that's it in here. Just a teaser room to see the key. Hmm. Was I shooting them already? Or that was the mirrored? No, it also. Is this the start? No. Okay, now I'm running circles a lot. I can now definitely see the copy paste runs with the same layout. I'm gonna die. Oh, that's mistake. And? No, leave. This is gonna be very dramatic. Huh. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think I wanna go in the direction where the blue enemies are. But I'm not entirely sure. As I said, I don't remember the map that much. Will you fuckers die? Oh my god. Okay, I more or less know where I need to go, but I think I had too much of the hat. I'm also getting tired. So the conclusion here is that using same rooms is definitely a good idea. Putting key items next to the beginning and close to the end of the level is a gamble. I'm gonna cheat and just look at the map a bit. As I thought, I'm running the circus here all the time. What the fuck did I get out of here? There. Is there connection to the other side? Maybe not. Corridor joints right here are actually a good way to mess up with the direction. Where do I even want to go? Ah, I see. Those ports are not connected here. Do I have to go for the moon? Mm-mm. Okay, at least now I should be on the right side. You know what, fuck it, I'm lost here long enough. No? I mean, for the contest I was... This is going to awaken mess up. I was trying to be more or less paying attention of... Oh, key. Wait. I'm giving up now. Forget what I was saying. Well, when playing the contest, I was trying to pay attention of what I'm doing and be more focused. This I just wanted to scroll around and play just loosely without thinking where I'm going, what I'm doing. And I think it shows. Doesn't mean this map would have won if I didn't find the way right away. Probably not. Probably the outcome of the other maps would have also been different. It's all about luck eventually, in the end. But I bet Serpent is watching and enjoying me being fucking lost here. That's what was hiding behind all those doors. I know it. So if I get it right, there are like 4 doors like that, and now I have to run around in a circle and find the right one. I'll give it 2 more minutes and I quit, because yeah, getting tired here. And yeah, of course, luck and focus levels and everything, that all really adds up to the end result, and don't take these things too seriously. It's all fun and games in the end. Something that for one person is absolute maze and impossible to beat, for someone else gonna be a walk in the park. I guess the method depends also on who is playing. But yeah, I didn't see it on the first playthrough because how briefly I went through it, but such joints like here are Nice touch. How to lose the direction in those parts. Is this one here? Yeah, no, not here. The one with more head. I think this one. The map preview I have is a really tiny one. In case you wonder why I stare at the map so long. I'm not the same place again, haven't I? Okay, I think that's been 2 minutes. Okay, the helmet is giving me a headache. I think that's it. Congrats to Shodan again. Congrats to Shodan again. I will contact you about the dolly. You can't see it, but I have a red strap here now. Alright, good night.